Hi there, my name's Sam Lew. I'm a Natural Infrastructure Officer at Plymouth City Council and a support officer for the project Life Recreation Remedies. And I'm going to give you a quick presentation of the project and a bit of skim over some of the work that we're doing in Plymouth. So the project is about reducing and mitigating erosion and disturbance impacts affecting the seabed. That's where the Remedies acronym came from. And ultimately it's about engaging in recreational activities that have a risk of impacting these seabed habitats. And certainly evidence that they're having quite a serious impact too. It's a 4-year project and will be ending in October 23 and is operating across a network of special areas of conservation on the south coast. We're working in the Essex Estuaries, Solent, Plymouth Sound, Fal and Helford and the Isles of Scilly. There are a range of partners working within this project. Natural England are the lead partner. The project manager is Fiona Crouch, whose name you'll come across more and more. We're working also with the Royal Yachting Association and their environmental arm, the Green Blue, the Marine Conservation Society, Ocean Conservation Trust, and Plymouth City Council, which are a partner within the Tamar Estuaries Consultative Forum, which is ultimately the coastal partnership for the Plymouth Sound and Tamar Estuaries that oversees management of the network of special areas of conservation, special areas, special protection areas and marine conservation zone. And this project is funded by the EU Life Strand, and they're funding 60% of this project. So Remedies seeks to approach a series of quite important issues affecting these habitats. So we're primarily looking at merle and seagrass habitats as they're extremely sensitive to abrasive action on them. They take an extremely long time to cover, and there's evidence that they're in significant decline across the coasts of England, in fact more broadly across many other coasts in the world. Large areas of special areas of conservation have also found to be in unfavourable condition in relation to the decline of these habitats. As I mentioned, they're extremely sensitive to a range of recreational pressures, which are in fact increasing across the coasts, and we understand that there's a little awareness of them and the risks to these habitats. And so key objectives and scope of this work is to reduce recreational pressures by encouraging more responsible recreation in these areas and encouraging pro-environmental behaviour change through targeted training and engagement with a range of recreational activities. Particularly in Plymouth, we're working with boaters due to the anchoring and mooring impacts to seabeds. We're also looking to restore these habitats across these networks, and in Plymouth we've undergone a seagrass restoration effort in Jenny Cliff Bay, which I'll go into a little bit more detail shortly, and we're trialling various management techniques which include eco or advanced mooring systems, various voluntary codes and access management measures. But importantly, we're also trying to improve and promote greater awareness of these habitats among a range of recreational users and the wider public. So in Plymouth, as I mentioned, we've just undergone quite an extensive seagrass restoration effort. In fact, the largest seagrass restoration effort to date in England. 16,000 seagrass bags have been planted in Jenny Cliff Bay earlier on this year. And around the restoration site, we have set up a voluntary no anchor zone, which has 6 voluntary no anchor zone markers in place. As I said, it's entirely voluntary, but we're trying to promote alternative areas for boaters to anchor when in safe conditions. That's an important part of this voluntary no anchor zone. We do not ever seek to limit safe anchorages in the area, and we're engaged in various processes to speak with boaters to make sure that that what we're doing aligns with their needs and hopefully provide enough information to reassure them that the voluntary no anchor zone is worthwhile. And here's just a quick image of the voluntary no anchor zone markers. They will also have "Do not moor to this buoy" on them, and these voluntary no anchor zone markers are using the advanced mooring system that was being trialled in various other locations, and the sign has been created by local artists of Plymouth, Chloe and Will, and their project Future Meadows, and they'll be working with them on a couple of other things which I'll talk about momentarily. We're also trialling the advanced mooring systems in Sand Bay. We're having 14 installed for private moorings specifically for boats, and a further 6 advanced mooring systems installed for a group of swim markers for a local swimming club. I should also say, for those of you who aren't aware what advanced mooring systems are, there's evidence that traditional mooring systems can impact the seabed when the tide drops and the mooring chain essentially scours out the seabed area, and there's evidence and photographic evidence of large circular what are called halo scars within seagrass meadows. Advanced mooring systems, and there are a range of them, ultimately hold the chain off the seabed when the tide goes up and down. I won't go into any more details on them now, but there is information on the website, the link I'll show you at the end, and I'm happy to answer questions at the end of this presentation. As I mentioned, we're using the advanced mooring systems for a network of swim area markers, and so look out for these signs. These are being installed at the moment. As I mentioned, engagement and awareness is a tremendously important part of this project. So at the moment, we're relatively sparse on resources to do that, but I've recently gone out to commission a range of engagement tools, and this is just a quick summary of them. So we're creating a seagrass planting game for young people that we can take to various different events. And we're also sharing resources from the Ocean Conservation Trust, who have developed a seagrass planting game, which is ultimately very similar to the seed bomb making for planting meadow plants on land. We're also commissioning the production of an explainer video for the advanced mooring systems. An explainer video is ultimately a 1-minute animated clip which demonstrates in a very simple, hopefully clear way what advanced mooring systems are and how they work, and we'll be using this to take to various workshops and events to hopefully communicate a bit more effectively what these systems are to both boaters and the wider public. Complementing this work, we're also working with local design engineers and local graphic artists to produce a tabletop working scale model of the advanced mooring system. And we've already raised funds to create a seagrass installation with augmented reality technology with the group Future Meadows, who are supported by the Real Ideas and Fab Lab network. And so this autumn and winter, we're going to be going around Plymouth speaking to boaters about advanced mooring systems and voluntary no-anchor zones and the importance of working to protect the seagrass bed and trying to understand any concerns that they have and really listening to the viewpoints of the boating community to make sure that what we do is suitable and aligns with their recreational needs for the area. A slide there, and there we go. So the central point behind is the seagrass installation. It's a modular wooden piece of art that they've created, and the augmented reality is the tech that you put in front. You hold your phone or your tablet in front of the art installation, and a series of animations come up around that you can use to engage and educate around the importance of seagrass. Yeah, and you can just see the seeds pop up randomly, and you can tap on your screen and the blades will grow up out of the sand. So this is going to be developed further to create more of an engaging game, that the more you interact, the more information you get and more living things arise out of the augmented reality technology. So this was actually at the Pannier Market in Plymouth. This one is at the Sail GP Events Village, where we did some outreach there too. There you go, and all these people you're about to see have all given permission to be shown on this clip. So this is everything for me. Now, as I said, it's a very, very brief overview of what we're doing, but We're here to answer any questions during the day's event, and if you want a bit more information, you can also go to our website, which is www.saveourseabed.co.uk. Thank you for listening.